she drowned, according to a Home Office pathologist. He went into great detail about why she concluded that, but she was alive when she went into the water and she died through drowning. The pathologist also said from her post-mortem examination she deduced that Nicola had no alcohol in her body when she went into the water, and there was no evidence that anybody else had been involved in her death. It was a little unusual, the beginning of this inquest, because the coroner began by issuing a warning. He said that there had been commentary on social media that there was a threat of disruption to the inquest, and he said that anybody who was thinking of disrupting the proceedings would face very swift justice, a contempt of court charge, and would be dealt with very quickly. But he said because of his concerns, extra security had been put around this building. Once the inquest was underway, we heard from after the pathologist, we heard from a second witness, a police diver. He talked over aerial photographs of the riverbank and the spot where there is a bench and a slope into the river, the spot where it's thought Nicola Bulley went into the water. The police diver said that the slope down to the bank was very steep, and then there was something like a metre drop into the water itself. And although it was quite shallow initially from the bank, there were rocks under the water. You could see the rocks quite clearly under that very shallow water. But then the police diver said that as you go out into the middle of the water, it falls, the bottom of the river is something like 4 metres deep. And he said if you slipped in at that point, there was nothing on the riverbank to stop you going in. He talked about the river flow on the day Nicola disappeared. It was a bit more than walking pace, he said, and it was flowing downstream around a bend towards a weir. Now, Nicola's body was found 23 days after she vanished, about a mile and a half downstream from that spot by the bench where it's thought she entered the water. As for the water itself on that day, said the police diver, it was very, very cold, about 4 degrees, almost freezing, he said. And if you fell in accidentally in those circumstances, the cold water shock would make you gasp. So that's about as far as we've got with the witnesses. The inquest is expected to last for 2 days. There are 17 witnesses expected to give evidence today, and tomorrow 5 more, including Nicola Bulley's partner, Paul Ansell, and her sister, Louise Cunningham. And one of those 5 witnesses tomorrow is listed as a local GP.
What can we expect to see? What can we expect to see that may be different than what we've already seen in the investigation? 2 rows of 4. I'm going to do 5 of wands in reverse, trying to avoid conflict. So maybe not being so pushy about the media, maybe just kind of being like instead of going in like gung-ho, like, oh, the media caused all this problem, maybe kind of like we're expecting them to say that and maybe they won't. King of Wands. We're gonna keep our cool, we're gonna keep control so this doesn't get out of hand. It's almost like they saw how the public reacted to their aggression about the media. So now for the inquest, they're going to try to do it a little differently so that they don't receive said aggression again. It's like we got to keep control of the mood this time. The Emperor reversed. This is excessive control. I just said we have to keep control of the mood. We have to keep excessive control of the mood. This is going to be where's the word? like very, very well thought out. Every word that's spoken is going to be pre-planned. It's not going to be anything like on the spot. It's going to be very carefully selected down to the syllables, like very carefully selected wording. The Hermit. We're going to try and keep everything need to know, like we'll tell those who need to know, and the rest we're just going to be very, this is the way it's going to be, that's it, goodbye. But not in a reactive way like last time where it's like, oh, the media, you're ruining the investigation, we can't investigate because the media. This time it's not going to be that. It's just going to be, this is the way it is, this is what we found, have a good day, goodbye. That's what I'm seeing here. And then the Hermit is like, need to know. If you need to know, you'll know. If you don't need to know, you're not going to know, and we're not going to talk about it any further. That's what this seems like. They may make a statement like, because of what happened with the media last time or something like that, but it's not going to be in like an aggressive tone like it was before. And I'm not saying you have to think it was aggressive before. I'm just saying again, these are all my opinions. I believe it was aggressive before. And I believe it was aggressive for a purpose. Page of Wands. So it's gonna be, we're crossing all of our T's, dotting all of our I's. This is how the Five of Wands reverse is over top of the page. So it's gonna be almost like a school project, you know, when you like do your graduation project and you stand up in front of the class and you're like, this is all the work I did. It's almost like that. It's like, here is footage or proof or whatever of how we explored every avenue to come to this decision. So it's not really going to be like a back and forth. It's going to be more of like a, and again, alleged in my opinion, it's going to be more of like a, we did XYZ and then we checked XYZ with ABC and all of this equals this, and that's what we're going to leave it to because last time the media gave us problems, and we're just going to tell you that's what you need to know. That's it, move on. That's what I'm seeing. The Emperor reversed is like, yeah, Queen of Swords reversed. It's like cutting the interview short or something, like okay, we'll take questions, and then like 2 questions in, like, okay, you know what? We told you what it is. That's all you need to know. Have a good day. That's what I'm seeing. Because the Emperor's reversed too. So it's like the second this feels like it's going in a different direction, I'm getting off this stage. That's what it feels like. And then the Queen of Swords is also kind of just another example of like cutting it short like that, but it's also like I'm sticking to the script. I'm not giving you more verbally than I need to. I'm telling you, literally, I'm going to the line and I'm not even thinking about crossing it. I'm telling you exactly what is on the plan, and then I'm getting off the stage. And if you question me about something that would make me have to answer in a way that makes me veer in a direction I don't want to, I'm just gonna leave. That's what this looks like. But it's like, I'm not gonna fight back with you, I'm just gonna get off the stage. 2 of Wands reversed. Anything that would make it seem as though I'm gonna have to answer in a way that makes me veer away from the planned script. 2 of Wands reversed is like avoiding taking some kind of risk, and it came out under the Emperor reverse. So I'm taking excessive amounts of control to avoid any kind of risk. I'm not even going there. Maybe they won't even take questions at like a thing. I don't know. But I'm seeing, what I'm getting is the image of, I don't know if it's going to be her particularly, because I'm just getting the image of her because that's who was in the last round. But the woman, she had a ponytail, I think. She seemed a little shorter, I think. I don't know. Anyway, the woman who was like in a lot of the news clips and stuff last time, I'm seeing her open for questions, and again, this could just be a metaphor, but I'm seeing her open for questions, get like 2 questions in and be like, you know what, we told you everything that we're going to tell you, have a good day, and walk off the stage. Like, that's what I'm seeing. So I don't know if that's just going to be like the vibe, like, we're not going to fight back this time, we're not going to go back and forth, you did this, you did that, we're just going to tell you our side and then be done. Or I don't know if that's like a literal thing that's going to happen, but that's what this confirms to me. It's like anything that would make me have to even think about taking a risk to step out of the script, no, I'm not. I can't. 3 of Swords reversed. It's almost like, yeah, like a school project. Like, I'm showing you the work I did so that you forgive me. I'm showing you the work I did so that you trust me again. I'm taking the swords out of my own back here. Like, I'm showing you were wrong about me because look, I did this and I did this and we checked this and we checked that and we did this avenue and that avenue and this is what we got, and that's the end of the story. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's pull some of these. Actually, let's do one of these. What is going to be the like the background energy? Like the okay, so like the investigators and stuff, there's going to be some like animosity or whatever because they're still mad, right? They're still mad at the media and all this for making them have to do this, essentially. Let me pull a confirmation before people get mad. 3 of Pentacles reversed. We're not working together on a team. 8 of Cups, because you're all searching for the truth. Your search for the truth made it so we can't work together. So yeah, they're mad. So they're going to be hiding that mad because they have to come off neutral. So what are they mad about? What's that energy that's behind their anger? Allegedly, my opinion. Unworthy. Think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. It came out in reverse. That's about Nicola. That's about their feelings towards Nicola. Because there was a certain picture painted of her that was, this is her fault. She had it coming. She was cuckoo. She just fell in the bathtub depth water and drowned somehow. That's what they received as a story about her, and that's what they ran with. And now they're realizing, oh crap, that's not the case, but we have to cover that we thought that. So look, we looked at every single angle. We looked at this theory and that theory, and we looked for proof here. Look, we even went back months later, or weeks, months, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The Inquest is like a glorified high school project that's showing you the work that isn't necessarily extra work, but it's just work that they had to figure out a way to present you that they did so that you trust them again. Allegedly, my opinion. I'm going to pull a clarifier for each of these. 5 of Wands reversed. 5 of Wands reversed is avoiding conflict. I said they're not going to fight back. They're not going to be aggressive with their words this time because they know that there's fraudulent investigative work, allegedly, my opinion, being done. King of Wands. Law enforcement in reverse, government in reverse, water upright. King of Wands reverse is about them keeping the control. I'm just going to let these cards paint whatever picture for you that you want them to paint. Okay, now let's say something. Law enforcement in reverse, government in reverse, water upright. Water upright is representing Nicola. Law enforcement and government both in reverse is representing that there is a third party here that is influential as well over the law enforcement and government officials. And it probably has to do with something with that. Anyway, the Emperor reversed. Male. So the Emperor reverse is about maintaining that overabundance of control to avoid it going down a certain path. What path did they not want it to go down? Probably the one who was buying time earlier. She's definitely not in the river. And then, whoop, found in the river. Anyway, the Hermit. Outside, which is interesting because the Hermit is an internal focus. And for this, we had keep it on a need-to-know basis. So inside, everyone will be unveiled to the truth, but outside it'll be that need-to-know basis. Page of Wands. Sad in reverse and inside upright, which is interesting again because Page of Wands is like exploring externally while getting to know yourself. So inside here is interesting because we had the Five of Wands reversed with fraud. Sad in reverse, happy inside. It's like not letting certain things get out. It's like being happy that certain things are going to be able to be kept in under the surface because of like the plan that is scripted to unfold. So like this script allows us to avoid these potential issues, and I'm happy about that because we're able to not release things publicly that we want to keep private inside. And then travel in reverse coming up over top of Two of Wands reverse as well does make me think that in the Inquest it's going to be kind of like there's nothing else for us to do now. We've done everything. We've presented it to you. It ends here. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Three of Swords reversed. Frozen. So that's interesting because the Three of Swords reversed is a release of something, and frozen is like, I'm seeing like water going into a pool and then freezing. So it's like, okay, we release this and then boom, that's all you get, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. You know what you know now. You know that what we want you to know, what you're supposed to know, what you need to know, you know, and that's it. Goodbye. Frozen. No more. I'm going to shuffle these, and then if Nicola could give us 3 cards about the Inquest, what would she give us? AI in reverse, artificial intelligence in reverse, real intelligence. We're not going to get the truth there from the Inquest. War in reverse, so it's going to be over. It's not, there's not going to be a battle. There's not going to be a further anything to look into or anything like that. It's just, that's going to be it. Oh. right, so let me know your questions. If there's questions that you have before the inquest, maybe I'll do a little video with a couple of them, and then we'll look into what happens during the inquest when it happens. I think it's like 20 something days, maybe 20, 21 days. Again, please remember all this is alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. Let's get a message from Nicola before we leave. Let's do 2 cards from Nicola. There is no such thing as death, which I absolutely love this card because it's bringing everyone together. Look at that. It's like, there's no such thing as death because she's been communicating through readings to help people understand what the actual truth was, even if it's not going to be spoken through those in charge, allegedly, in my opinion. But she's like, I was able to help raise the consciousness of those who were watching things unfold. That I like this card. That's believe in yourself, you can do it. Take the leap. So I take this to be, there's not going to be truth revealed through the inquest, but those with eyes to see can see that there's something bigger that happened here. And it's almost like Nicola's like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the truth being available to those who can see it, and if you can't see it, it's just not for you to see. If you think it's clear cut, this woman fell in a kitchen sink and drowned, then that's what you think. But if you think that there's something bigger to see here, she's like, I've been made like happy with the results of people that can see it, I guess. I don't know. And then this to me is kind of just representing where we are. Like we're almost to the other side. We're almost to the end of this. It's going to be done soon because the card cuts right there. So it's like we came from here. We're already in the air, in motion towards the inquest. There's nothing we can do to stop it or change it now. And we're just going to be on the end. I think that's what she's telling us, is it's going to be the end. Remember, this is all alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. Under, I believe, is referring to her being underwater at this point, unfortunately. 20 miles from right where she went missing. Is Nicola in a body of water about 20 miles from where she went missing? No. Is the number 20 extremely relevant to where she's at? Is it semi-relevant to where she's at? Days. I'm gonna roll the directional dice just to see in which direction is the body of water from where she went missing that she's at now. Northwest. I'm gonna pull some clarifiers for that. Northwest. 5 of Cups reversed, moving on. This is confirming northwest. So we'd be looking at a body of water northwest from where she went missing. That's not extremely far, but I would say it is deep enough or has some kind of connection to a bigger body of water. She might not still be in that body of water, but I believe that that's where she was put in. I believe she is in a body of water northwest from where she went missing. 9 of Wands reversed is feeling very overwhelmed and struggling. And then we have the Page of Wands reversed, which to me is saying that they believe that they believe she did it to herself. I'm getting the feeling that they don't believe, or they're not going to run with the theory that it was on purpose, but more of like standing too close. I think they're going to run with the accidental suicide as opposed to a purposeful one, and as opposed to a third party being involved. Will the actual truth about this case come out? High Priestess in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse. It's going to be a while if it does. And I don't think it necessarily will. I think it's going to be over time. There's going to be more speculation about things like, oh, this doesn't seem to make sense. Stuff like that. Oh, or maybe that's, hold on. The Emperor and 6 of Swords reversed. Oh, the autopsy. There's going to be something in the autopsy when it comes out that makes it so people are not really buying the accidental suicide narrative. Like, it'll be painted so it looks like that, but there also will be something that makes it so that doesn't quite make all the way sense. The 2 of Wands here makes me feel like they're going to say something along the lines of, she was standing on the edge, wasn't sure if she was going to do it, and she must have accidentally slipped. Or she took this and accidentally took too much. Something like that. I'm not feeling great about the truth coming to light here. You cannot convince me that this woman just fell in the water. And I hope that she gets justice. I really do. I hope that whoever has the ability to do the right thing here, even if it means admitting fault in some way, I hope they do it.